Thank you for being here. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
International Cash Cobain.
International Cash Cobain.
You already took over New York City. You took over the Bronx, you took over the city. I feel like every time I see your name, it's next to an A-list celebrity feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You've been on a generational run. A generational run.
Thank you.
How did that happen?
Hard work. Very hard work. I just kept going, you know. I dreamed and I chased my dream.
What do you say to the people that think it kind of feels like an overnight success?
Um, I don't think that's real. Like, you know, some of us are lucky to have like an overnight success, but honestly, the route I took, I like it better anyway.
What would you say was the year that really set off your career? Because I could pinpoint what the year that I'm thinking.
Well, yeah, what you thinking?
I would say 2022.
Yeah. I think 2022, yeah. But 2021 is when I really started, I felt like this shift.
The shift in what? The shift in the sound?
And myself. I felt like I had took a break, like 2020, like music, I took like a break. I ain't dropped no music. But then 2021, everything happened.
Okay, let's set the stage genre-wise, music-wise. So obviously, you've been credited as the pioneer of sexy drill,
Yes.
sample drill. Which term do you like better, sexy drill, sample drill?
I like sexy drill.
Of course you do. But the technical elements of sexy drill is sample heavy,
Yeah.
but it's also themes in the music. The lyrics are different from regular drill. We all know what regular drill music is about. And when you use the word shift, I think that's so interesting because you really did shift the entire sound of drill music.
Yeah.
What we knew as drill music was what came out of Chicago, then what was coming out of the UK, then what was coming out of New York, but it was way different than sexy drill. This is a whole new subgenre.
Yeah.
So you are the pioneer of sexy drill and sample drill.
Yeah. I feel like even Bronx drill too. I feel like I have a lot to do with like Bronx drill, like the beats wise for real, because they were putting samples in there as well.
But you were very intentional about that.
Yeah.
Because I remember you saying when you wanted to contribute to the drill scene, you didn't want to sound like any other producer.
Yeah.
So how did you just think of doing samples?
Growing up, like when I first started making beats, the first thing I did was sample. I'm pretty sure that's how everyone started. But just like in that era, I think it's like 2019, Pop Smoke. I love Pop Smoke. Like I love his beats. I love all his producers, and I never wanted to like try to imitate or like do what they were doing because I just loved it so much. I just wanted to enjoy it, but like it got so infectious. It's like I gotta take a stab at it, but I'm gonna do it my own way. Feel me? I can't do it like how they do it. Why not put I sample anyway? So why not put like a sample on some drill drums? See how it go, and it just went crazy.
There's an argument that your technique is a genius technique, and then some people argue that it's a lazy technique. But I've heard producers saying that it's not easy to sample music.
I mean, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. It's like it's all what you gotta do with it. Like whatever you wanna do with it, however you take it, whatever you like make out of it. You feel me? Like I'm not just putting like a sample on top of some drums and just throwing it out there. I'm trying to make it sexy for real. You know what I'm saying? So that's my intention. That's my goal to make it sexy.
I mean, what are the technical elements to making a drill beat sexy?
I wouldn't say it's nothing like technical, but it do matter how you chop the sample up.
I mean, you don't really use 808s. Like you use toms,
I use
synths.
I
You
use
do
I use 808s.
a little bit, but okay. Let's talk about BPM. Like your BPM is a little bit faster, most of the time than a regular drill
Yeah,
BPM?
definitely. So my BPM would probably be like 150. Like that's like my main BPM. 150 on the slow end, probably 145 fast and like 160. But I like to stay in that area.
Any producers in the building that know what we're talking about? You? So you understand what we're talking about when we're talking about BPM. So the fact that you're making the beats faster, but they're still, I think, sonically sensual is very interesting because people associate that with slow music.
Yeah.
But you have the Jersey club element, which is fast. Then you have the R&B samples.
Yeah.
And then you have the kicks, like really intense kicks on it.
Stomps for real.
That stomp. So to me, that is a very technical formula.
But like when I'm doing it, I'm not thinking like, yeah, this is technical. Like this, you feel me? I'm just doing what
For
feels good to me.
a normal person,
Yeah.
that is very technical.
You can say that.
So let's talk about the features that you just did. You had a Justin Bieber feature,
Yeah.
Cardi B feature, Drake, a couple features with Drake. But you've also been championing newer voices, some of the women out of Atlanta, Burna B, Anicia, even some people from New Orleans. Where is your taste level at as far as music? Because you have been experimenting with everything, like UK music, Caribbean. I think you've even done Brazilian funk.
Yeah.
Where's your taste level at right now?
I just love music. Like I ain't gonna lie. I love music. Like right now, I'm in my 80s era. I'm about to make some 80s music.
You're your 80s era? What
Yeah, I'm
brought
with
you
Ron
there?
We about to make some 80s music for real. But like, I just love music, so it depends on how I'm feeling for real.
And I remember the first time we met, your mom was there. And was your mom into music as well?
Hell yeah. My whole everybody I was around us, like they love music. I grew up like, I'm a big family person. Like so, growing up, I was always with my grandparents. I was with my cousins. We were all just with each other. We all just love music. So, just imagine growing up, everyone loved music. So, my grandfather, my grandmother, they playing their music. Then you got my mother, my aunts, they playing their music. Then you got my cousins, for me, that's like my age and stuff like that. We playing our music, you feel me? So, all that kind of like mixed in.
And what did it feel like to have a family that actually supported your endeavors? Because I know your mother was buying you equipment
Yeah.
to get you started.
Feel good. Even like now looking back, like I don't feel like a lot of people have that support system that I had. So I'm very grateful for that because it actually helped.
Have you transitioned out of the mentality that you are a local pioneer and are essentially a music pioneer in general on a mainstream level? You're working with Grammy-winning artists.
Yeah.
You're traveling. You're making different types of genres. Do you think about having to stay grounded in New York or still represent for New York, or are you just thinking about the broader scope of music as it pertains to your long-term career?
Yeah, I definitely want to like take over the world. Like I love New York, but I want to take over the world for real. But I always want to stay level-headed. I don't want to let nothing get to me for real.
You still live in New York?
Nah,
No?
nah.
Oh, you live at Jersey?
I don't know where I live at right now.
Every time somebody gets money from New York, they move to Jersey. That's all I'm asking. But what do you think about the sentiment that New York artists don't support each other?
They don't.
But you have a whole community of New York artists that you supported.
New York don't support New York.
Explain that.
I feel like New York, just us as a whole, we can't wait to like no offense, we can't wait to shit on somebody, like, for real, like, especially somebody like, that we feel like is in arm's reach. We always show love to like someone that's not from where we from.
I feel like every artist says that now, but I still see people coming up in essentially posses and cliques. You have Slizzy, the
I
Slizzy
mean-
Entourage clique. You have artists that helped you, move this music into a movement. You have Chow Lee, you have Lonnie, you
Yeah.
got Vontae. You got so many people. Is that not community in New York?
That's my community. That's my community. Those are my brothers. But I just feel like you said, we did come out of New York. We did have that support, but we was literally doing our own thing. We actually made people support us, like, cause we the cool kids. For real. Everybody want to be cool for real. So once people started seeing that and like, nah, this is what everybody else is doing, then they start to follow. But once everybody say, nah, we not doing that no more, they gonna follow the next thing.
You think it was easier to attract people with this sexy drill because it's less intense than regular drill?
Nah, I feel like you said, like my community, we had a movement. We had a movement. We was outside, like we was putting it in their face. Like you had to rock with us for real.
Okay, let's talk about the girl them. Sexy drill obviously appeals to women as well, but you center women in your music, in the lyrical content, and you're always around women. So some people argue that your sample drill, sexy drill, is what made the genre more appealing to women, a female fan base. Was that intentional for you?
Yeah, we love we love music. We love women for real. So I'm not making music for like these tough guys and these rude guys and these people that think they all so big and bad. I'm making music for women and people who just want to feel good. Men, women, it don't matter. Just want to make people feel good.
So how is it taking what you do, which to me is very formulaic, even if you're not thinking about it?
Yeah.
Inherently, I think it's very formulaic, the way you produce music. How is it translating that to all of these different types of artists who do different types of music, who have different audiences, different sounds? Or are they just coming for the Cash Cobain special and it doesn't matter?
I feel like they see like the vibe, the aesthetic. Like I feel like everyone wants to like feel good. I don't feel like anybody really want to just go outside and want to have a bad time. So once I'm showing that, like that's what I'm selling, like a good time, women drinking, having a good time, partying. Everyone wants to do that. Once they see like, all right, this is the way, and they see the guy, me, they say, all right, you gotta go rock with him for real. And some people just take the swag and say, nah, we're not even gonna rock with him. Just gonna take that swag.
What does it feel like to be, there's a term we use in media where you're like you're the golden child of the moment. Do you ever feel like the industry has treated you like that golden child novelty of the moment? Or have you felt that you've built genuine relationships in the industry? Musical relationships, doesn't have to be personal relationships.
Yeah, I feel like musical relationships, I definitely built genuine relationships, like in music. As far as like Golden Child, I definitely had my era. Like New York wise especially, definitely had my era.
But on a mainstream level, you don't feel that that treatment has happened or is happening?
Nah, I think we're in a different time, especially right now. We got so much music coming from everywhere. We still got like the Drakes, the Kendricks, you know what I'm saying? I'm like this new guy with this new sound, for real.
What do you feel like is your next experiment
My next experiment,
musically?
musically,
Or will there be an experiment? Are you going to keep it the Cash Cobain formula?
this album.
It's out. But you have a, wait, can I say this? You have a new,
This new album coming out
when is it coming out?
March.
What is it called? Can you tell us?
It's called Party with Slizzy.
That's an exclusive.
Yeah,
Exclusive Party with Slizzy, new album coming out in March.
it's not really an experiment, but it'll feel like an experiment.
Is it the same type of,
I don't
who's
think-
on it? Let's talk about that. Who's on it?
Cash Cobain is definitely on it. But nah, for real, it's not the same though. It's different.
How so?
It's like, I'll tell you this, I got like probably 2 sexy drill songs on there.
Wow. So sonically, it's not sexy drill, the genre.
It's still sexy though.
Can I guess the genre?
Huh?
Can I guess the genre?
Yes.
R&B.
No, I'm not R&B for real. I'm doing what I do, but like differently.
I think that's the word of the night. Hashtag different. So you're experimenting with genres, but what artist or sound is impressing you right now? What is making you want to experiment, if anything?
That's a nice question. I like older music, but like new artists, I don't even be knowing them. I just be hearing it like on TikTok and like the internet.
You discover music on TikTok?
Yeah,
That's a Gen Z thing, I've noticed. Discovering
Yeah.
music on TikTok.
like just reels and stuff like that.
You discover older music on TikTok or newer
Older,
music.
newer, everything.
But clearly, you grew up in a musical family, so your mom was playing old school music. Did she make music at all?
Nah.
Why took you so long to say that?
My first song, like the first real song I ever made, she's on it though.
She's on it. I
Yeah.
knew there was something. I could feel it. I could
Yeah.
feel it. And somebody told me that she knew some people in the industry,
Yeah.
and that the first beat you made, was it at Forest Projects?
I don't know
Your
where I
grandma's
was.
house in Forest?
I definitely was making beats for his projects with my grandma.
You know who else is from Forest Projects?
Who?
Fat Joe.
Yeah. We're like 2 buildings down.
So I know there's a connection there. Don't go too deep.
Shout out to Fat Joe.
Shout out to Fat Joe.
Every time I see Fat Joe, I tell him like, from the same block.
Yeah. But I saw that you recently did something, maybe it was about a year ago, with Apple Music, and they went to Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah,
So what's going on there? You from the Bronx or you from Queens?
I'm from the Bronx.
Okay, just checking. Because I'm from the Bronx too.
I'm from the Bronx when I moved to Queens, like high school.
You moved to Queens in high school. Okay, so you're from the
Yeah.
Bronx. You're from the Bronx. But you also went back to your middle school, was it? You went back to your middle school, and
Yeah, in the Bronx, yeah.
how was that?
That was beautiful.
Did the teachers remember you? And
Yeah, of course. The dean, the principal, security guards remember me the most. Yes.
What type of student were you?
In middle school,
Somebody said bad. You went to school with him? No. Okay. She said she could tell.
in middle school,
Yeah, yes.
let me tell you something about like this New York school system. Give you a little insight of this Bronx school system.
I know
Alright.
about it.
I'm in Forest Projects. My building is right across the street from PS 146. That's my elementary school. Right across the street. It's another elementary school, 140. Right across the street. So imagine all the kids going to those 2 schools, and then the middle school, right across the street. So imagine those 2. Everybody, I was outside. When my mom was outside, I was outside with her. So the whole block know me. Once I got to middle school, where everybody know each other,
You was Mixie?
bullshit.
You was Mixie? Mixie in middle school is kind of crazy. It's middle school.
We thought we was grown. I thought I was grown in middle school. I thought I was grown.
What was it? Did you study music in school?
No.
Did you you never formally studied music?
No. I went to like music, like a music college for like a little bit.
It didn't resonate with you?
That travel, man. I couldn't take the train every morning, man. That was far, man. I ain't gonna lie.
So, are you self-taught production-wise?
Yes.
How did you teach yourself? YouTube?
You learn a little bit on YouTube, but like for the most part, I was teaching myself. I just kept going. Like I kept going at it, trying to figure it out. I always knew I wanted to make beats, so
Do you consider yourself producer first or holistically just an artist?
producer first.
Why are you so adamant about being called a producer first?
Oh, I'm not adamant about being called a producer first. I just know that I am a producer first. But like I said, I always wanted to make beats. I never really wanted to rap. I only wanted to rap because my friends was rapping, my cousin was rapping. They made it look easy, so I'm like, I gotta do this shit too. And I got bored just making beats at a point.
Do you think you're a good rapper?
Huh? Like what kind of rap?
Rap is expensive.
Like boom bap?
No, rap is many things.
For what I do, I think I'm pretty good at it.
I mean, I would say that you're pretty good because every time you do a song, they keep your vocal on it. They could have taken your vocal off.
They can't take my vocals off.
You're a good rapper, I think, for what you do.
You think so?
I'm asking you because you said you consider
think I'm
yourself
a
a
good rapper?
producer. I enjoy your music.
Me too.
I really do. Ask Sam. I think you're a good rapper.
I think, like I said, for what I do, I think I'm good at it. For real.
I think
I'm
so
not about
too.
to give y'all like bars and stuff like that. That's not me. Like
That's what I mean.
Do that.
It's a different type of rap,
Yeah.
subject to argument. But I think if you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
I am actually a very big fan of this type of music.
Thank
And
you so
every
much.
time I say that, people are like, they would never expect that.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know. I like Sexy Drill. But right now, the project is already done. And it is coming out in March.
March.
And you cannot tell us who is on it.
No.
And you cannot tell us what genre it is.
It's hip hop.
Okay, it's a hip hop, but it's
like
not.
sexy. It's like sexy hip hop.
So it's Sexy Drill.
It's not drill though.
Interesting. Are there singers on it, rappers on it?
I got a singer on there.
So when you, 10 years from now, are you still gonna be rapping or will you be more producer
I
focused?
hope not. I hope I don't be rapping.
You don't wanna
too.
rap?
Huh?
You don't wanna rap?
Nah, I'm not trying to be rapping forever.
You don't like rap?
No, I love it, but I don't.
There's no longevity in it for you.
If I feel, yeah. But like right now, I'm trying to build like empire, like record label. I'm gonna always make beats. That's what I'm saying. Producer first. I'm gonna always make beats, but I'm trying to build this record label. My artists, I want them to be like number one for real.
What is your definition of success?
Huh?
What is your definition of success?
Success. My definition of success is like what it looked like for me is like everything just working out for me. Everything. My artists working out, my family life working out, my money life working out. Just everything working out.
Would you call yourself successful now by your terms?
Nah,
No.
I would never call myself successful.
Ever? Why is
There's
that?
always more work to do.
So what are you working on now since the album is already done? What are you working on as far as your personal and professional development?
How to be a better me. That's exactly
How to be
what
a
I'm
better
working
you?
on. Yeah.
What would that entail?
What would it mean to me to be better? Everything. It'd mean everything to me.
It's a very nebulous answer.
We all gotta work on ourselves.
That's a very politically correct answer. We do. But is music the only focus of your long-term success?
Nah. I wanna get into fashion, movies. I wanna get into everything for real.
Movies in what capacity? Acting or sound scoring new movies, perhaps?
I be having these ideas, man. I wanna just probably write movies for real. I could probably act a little bit, but like I wanna write movies.
So when it's all said and done, how do you want to be remembered?
The GOAT.
Of?
Everything.
This is his favorite word, different and
The
everything.
GOAT.
Is his
GOAT of
art
everything I
favorite
ever did.
The greatest of everything you've ever tried to do,
Yes.
anything you've ever put effort into. Do you feel like making music, making beats comes easy to you, or is it challenging? Or do you challenge yourself?
It comes easy to me, but like I get bored real fast. That's my one problem I have. I get bored real fast. So I'm always looking for like what's new. Within myself though.
But how do you find that? Do you even have time to find that right now as you're essentially scaling?
It's hard to find the time, but I always do. Like I said, I just keep going at it, keep going at it, keep going at it for real.
Okay, let's talk about how you actually make a beat because this is very interesting to me. I don't produce music, but I'm very interested in the mechanics of it because to me, as a passive listener and an engaged listener, I think there's something very signature to the way you produce music. What comes first with you?
I like the sound, like the sample. If
The
I was
sample
sampling,
comes first,
I want to like chop the sample up first.
and then a drum, melody. What comes next?
I'll probably build on it like with like different melodies. But for the most part, once I get like the sample chop, I'm throwing like hi hats and stuff in there, snaps, snares.
Do you write? No?
Right?
Musics? Lyrics?
Yeah, sometimes.
Can you read sheet music? Can you read notes?
Nah.
Interesting.
I wish.
I used to be able to. I used to play a clarinet. That's why I'm so interested in the production of it because from an instrumentation level, it's different when you hear music. From a production level, I could still hear those other things, but I wonder what comes first with you or what comes later because there's a clear formula in how you make a song. And you can tell because so many people copy it. I know you see the Cash Cobain type beat on
Yeah.
YouTube. How do you feel about people emulating your style of production?
I love it. It's bittersweet. I'm so happy that they're Cash Cobain type beats. Because that mean, like, that mean I made it somewhat.
What has been your proudest career moment thus far?
My proudest career moment? Let's see. I did a lot.
I know there's a few. A lot of them happened in the last 3 months, too, I'm assuming.
What's the question again?
What's been your proudest career moment?
Proudest career moment.
Have you even had time to reflect?
Nah. I just, like you said, my favorite is everything. I love everything about it, for real. I love becoming, like, somewhat of a household name. I love hearing myself on the radio. I love when people call me Slizzy. I love that I got a song with Justin Bieber. Like, I just love it all, for real.
When is the first time you heard your song on the radio? And where were you?
It wasn't my song, but it was a song I produced. It's Be Love My Everything. I don't remember the first time that I heard that, but I remember one time they was playing it early in the morning, and I was going my way back home. I used to live at my mom's. Then they just like played the beat like for mad long. I'm like, damn, I really made this in the basement, or my mom's basement. Now it's like on the airwaves. That's crazy.
Do you have moments like that now where you can be in the moment and absorb what's happening? Or are you still just on go?
I'm on go right now.
Are you gonna take time to be in the moment?
I'm on go right now. I gotta have like a bigger moment.
What would that be? What's one goal that you wanna execute?
Huh?
What's one goal that you wanna execute?
Where we at right now?
GRAMMY Museum. You want a
Grammy,
Grammy?
right? Yeah.
A Cash Cobain Grammy, not
Cash
by
Cobain
proxy.
Grammy.
Because you've already worked with Grammy-winning people, Grammy-nominated artists. You want a Cash Cobain Grammy.
Yeah, we need a Grammy.
Okay.
Just one.
Just one, not two,
Not two, just one.
in your lifetime.
In my lifetime.
And what is it that you would say to any aspiring producers, not artists, producers? Because sometimes it feels like producers do not get enough credit. Producers are oftentimes not fairly compensated or credited, especially up-and-coming producers, especially hip-hop producers. What is some tangible material advice you can give to an up-and-coming producer, whether it's on how to do business or how to make sure their art is recognized?
I would tell the upcoming producer, make sure you have a good team that's gonna fight for you and fight with you. so you could get properly compensated for your doing. Um, don't sell yourself short, but at the same time, opportunities and relationship is worth more than the money. Um, don't get too caught up in yourself, thinking you the hottest. And, feel me? Because there's always gonna be somebody new that's gonna come along. You just gotta keep reinventing yourself and find that longevity. For real. But don't stop.
There you have it. Cash Cobain. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Once again, my name is IVIE. Thank you to the GRAMMY Museum. Thank you, Cash Cobain.
Thank you.
Thank you to Slizzy ENT. And everybody who came out to join us and get ready for an amazing performance by the one and only Cash Cobain.
It's about to get sexy in here, y'all.